It was a quiet evening when Olivia moved into her new apartment, an old but charming building on the outskirts of the city. The rent was surprisingly cheap, but the landlord had warned her about the building's peculiarities. Olivia shrugged it off, thinking it was just the creaks and groans of an aging structure. That first night, as she unpacked, she heard soft whispers coming from the hallway. She froze, her heart pounding, but when she opened the door, no one was there, just the dimly lit corridor stretching out in eerie silence. Over the next few days, Olivia began noticing strange occurrences. Items she had placed on shelves were found on the floor. Her keys, left on the counter, appeared in her jacket pocket. At night, she could hear faint footsteps pacing above her, though the apartment above had been vacant for years. Determined to figure out what was happening, Olivia stayed up late one evening, keeping her lights off. Around midnight, the whispers returned, louder this time. They seemed to come from inside her apartment. She followed the sound to her closet, her hands trembling as she reached for the door. When she opened it, she found an old, dusty mirror leaning against the back wall. It hadn't been there before. Her reflection in the glass looked off, slightly distorted, her expression not quite matching her own. As she leaned closer, her reflection suddenly smiled, though Olivia had not. Before she could react, a hand reached out from the mirror, grabbing her wrist and pulling her forward. She screamed, yanking herself free, and the mirror shattered, scattering shards across the floor. But when she looked back, her reflection was gone, leaving only darkness beyond the broken glass. Olivia packed her things and fled the apartment that night. Weeks later, the landlord found the shattered mirror and noticed something strange. Amidst the shards, a faint ghostly image of a woman remained, her mouth open in a silent scream.